This video is sponsored by Prep Ladder. Hello humans! So basically I have been Vela for some days and I was just going through the random storage I have on my laptop and I happened to come across some of the old pictures of the golden days of MBBS. Oh, I sound like an old lady. So I happened to come across all these old pictures and I thought, why not embarrass myself in front of all these people, like I don't already. So yeah, here are some pictures from my MBBS. I hope you enjoy. Surprisingly, or maybe not so, a lot of these pictures are not like in classrooms because on usual days I'm really not presentable, so I never really let anyone take any pictures. But on days that I am, or on days where I was slightly more presentable, I have pictures of that. So yeah, you can judge me all you want, that's fine. So let's begin. So this first picture is from first year of MBBS and it's actually not me in the picture, it's the topper child of our class, the one who got into AIMS. So it's from the anatomy dissection hall. So basically we had these tests every month. We would have a stage exam and it was basically a practical exam where we were asked things about bones and muscles and where they are and what their functions are and basically anatomy. And just before stage, everyone used to record these videos and take these pictures, where one student who would have studied would be explaining where each marking is, and people like us would just see those videos and then read and make our lives easier. And this again is from first year. I think it was somewhere in the first week of first year. We were having a physiology class, sitting in the physiology lecture theatre, and the teacher was, how do I put it? Like, the teacher was really slow and a little confused, and like there would be moments where he would just go blank and like would just face the blackboard and not even write anything, and like nothing was going on. Like it would just pause, the class would just pause for no reason. So that's when we took this photo. Clearly we were not really studying at that time. So this is what I wore to my freshers. Freshers in our college, I don't know how they are now, but my freshers wasn't really as extravagant as I thought it would be. So basically it was just us freshers all dressed up in like the perfect attires, and also we had to wear masks, like those eye masks, the fancy ones. And there would be like three seniors sitting as judges, and we had to do like ramp walks, and then there would be a talent round where we would all show our talents. I wasn't Miss Freshers. I, however, did go to like the finals, but then in the final round they ask like really mature questions, if you know what I mean. And I wasn't really mature by then, so yeah, I didn't really know how to answer them. So yeah, I didn't really win there, but it was a good experience. I thought I would get like refreshments after that, but we were just given वो जो school में डब्बे देते थे with like fruity sandwich, samosa in it. That's what we got. So it was very disappointing in that sense. Then I have a lot of pictures of notices, notebooks, notes, books, all these things, PDFs, your screenshots. So in MBBS, like one book or one set of notes does not suffice ever. They're at the end of each year, I remember, after final exams, everyone would wipe their phone off because itni storage ho jati thi of like important exam papers, important slides, or I don't know what not, notices, timetables and all of that. So yeah, I had a lot of these. I still have a lot of these. It is just such a huge collection. I still haven't found the time to completely remove these. Then these are photos from the first ever splash, which is basically the college fest we used to have. This was from the dance event day. I was a part of the dance team in first year as well. I and another one of my batchmate, we were like the only two people from first year in the society, so we had to sit at the registration desk. We did not see the whole event, because since we were freshers, we were supposed to be doing the work which no one else wanted to do. So yeah, I am just sitting in front of like the registration desk and trying to be cool, at least take pictures so that I remember it. I do remember it vividly. And like when I was in first year, I was so weird with how I would make faces while I would pose for photos, because I still don't know how to pose for photos. I'm not photogenic at all. But this was a really weird time. Like, I would make these side faces and I would think that I look amazing, but clearly I did not. This is, if you have been to LHMC, you would know this is the acad section of LHMC. So, and we are basically trying to do a montage at the end of our dance performance. We are practicing here. Our college does not have like a center or a special room for where we could practice our dance sequence. So we just used to do it in front of in basically it's a lobby in the academic section. That's where we used to dance. This is the final montage of our sequence. I am on top of all these seniors. Yeah, because apparently I was the easiest to like just throw around everywhere. So that's that. Then this is from second or third year. It is from like the later half of second year, where basically, I don't know if a lot of people know that. I'm sure, I hope a lot of people don't know this. And I started this initiative kind of like, I thought it would turn into an NGO eventually, but I realized that I wasn't old enough to be able to, and responsible enough to be able to carry on something like that. But at least I did try in the beginning, I guess. So what it was about, it was called Back to School. So basically the whole idea was to go back to our schools, like go to any school, and talk about matters which are not talked about. So this was my first talk at a school where I talked about PCOS to children of class 11th and 12th. Hands down, one of the best experiences I've ever had. Um, like speaking to an audience, speaking to a public, where I can share some of my information and I can like really say things that matter. It's the best thing ever for me. I mean, that's like the goal of my life, to be able to do that more. Now, before moving forward, I would just like to talk about Prep Ladder. Prep Ladder has started YouTube live sessions where the best faculty in various subjects are giving YouTube live sessions. They're teaching high yield MCQs and high yield topics and discussing doubts, and all this is happening live on YouTube sessions. I think it's especially important for people who are now preparing for INI Set 2021, because I know for a fact that I have not really been preparing as much as I should have because of the exam I gave before, which was NEET PG. So now I think is the best time where YouTube live sessions would really be helpful, because it is kind of motivating me by seeing other people and how they are performing. So if I do not know some answers, I do know now that now I have to buckle up and start preparing. Because in live sessions you could you could give answers, ask questions and ask your doubt. And I think now it's really important, because we have only been learning online as a one-way interaction, but having a two-way interaction really gives the like real-time classroom feels. So it keeps you like on your feet, and you do know that you have to answer questions. And yeah, it's really interesting. So today I attended the MCQ marathon by Dr. Sarabjit Singh on the subject of ENT. ENT is one of my weaker subjects. I think for me it's a little volatile, and in NEET PG I noticed that a lot of questions were asked from the subject, and I wasn't that prepared for them. So here today he talked about like the high yield MCQs and his 10 commandments, where he talks about how to solve clinical MCQs and how to go about tricky questions and how to really crack questions, the ones which you're not even sure of in the first place, how to really get to an answer by exclusion and all these things. I think the duration of these sessions is also very good because they do not last more than 2 hours, which is great because I don't think anyone can really focus more than that as well. But in this short duration of time, the faculty covers most of what is required of us to know. Like most of the topics are brushed up, and I think that's really impressive, especially for people like me who have like lost track of the preparation. This marathon way of doing this really gave the feel of urgency and the feel of competitiveness that's required in all these exams. Now you can find the calendar of all these live classes. I will put the link in the description box below. And yes, I would highly recommend you to join these classes every day at 4 p.m. And you can really get some great strategies on how to go about the INI set exam that's coming soon. This is from a perform. This is after or before a performance in RML hospital. We were really not competing. It was just a friendly performance. I was the coordinator this year. I don't know why I chose this city just for myself, but yes, I did. So yeah. So this is from Medicus Conventus, which was a medical conference that I, along with my seniors, with a little bit of contribution from my side, we started in our college. This was the first year, I guess. I'm not sure. I don't know if this was the first or the second year of the conference. Yes, this was the second year of the conference. In both the years that I participated, I was the PR and communications manager. So I remember having like these huge Excel sheets and working on my laptop like 24 into 7, trying to arrange seats and trying to see which person can fit in which seminar. If anyone had a query, I was like the go-to person, and I would like then direct people, delegates to like various people responsible. It was this whole thing that went on for 2 months, and finally the conference went well. So here I am. This is from a seminar which I helped conduct. Like I was responsible for this. So here in the seminar we basically talked about the various options that MBBS people have in like the defense forces, in the army, air force and the navy. And this is as you all should know. If you don't, this is Dr. Sumer Sethi. He was a speaker at the conference, and he has a book which I was getting signed at this point of time. I have met him twice till now. Once was here in this conference, and the second one was at TEDx when we were both speakers. This is from third year. So in third year we all have gynecology postings. We are posted in the labor room, and there was baby I witnessed being delivered. Quite traumatizing because I'm really not a fan of gynecology and the whole process of labor. But yeah, this is the first kid I saw being born. This is from third year. I was the host. I was the MC at the dance event in third year. This is from final year when I was hosting the dance event. I just could not let go of the dance society, so I was hosting it this year. Like I said, being on stage talking to people, that's my thing. This is from the last day of our classes of final year. This was the last day where, like, this is the last class. This is after the last class of MBBS. We all did some hurraying and we all took some pictures, and it was all this nostalgic moment. I am so stupid. This reminds me, I'm so stupid. So after internship, we, like on the last day of internship, we also have a scribbling day, which, would you imagine, I forgot. Like I get a call at 7 p.m. at night, like in the evening, from my friend, like, where the hell are you? And I'm like, why should I be in college? I have no off. And that's when I realize, like even before she says it, that day was scribbling day, and I ruined that because I wasn't even there. Yeah, but at least I did not miss the last day of college, huh? we'll just ignore that I completely forgot about scribbling day. And this is from the last day of my internship. I can't tell you how relieved I was. So I was posted in the TB and RD department, which is the tuberculosis and respiratory diseases department. I was in the OPD. This was the last day because honestly, in 2020, more than the work, it was these PPEs and these extra precautions and like the fear of it all. And I just wanted it to end. Like by the end of October, in the last 2 months, I remember being so cranky about why this internship was just not getting over, because like workload had gotten like more than before because I had heavy duties. And yeah, but this is the last day of internship. Yeah, I know I do not have a lot of variety because honestly I do not have a lot of pictures, but yeah, this is most of it. I'm sure this, I don't think I have more pictures than this, but yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you like to see my experience. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.